As fully begins its long sleep, bedded down on the surface of Comet 67P, mankind's attention shifts back to the Rosetta spacecraft as she begins the next phase of her mission. Over the course of the next year, Rosetta will become the first spacecraft to orbit and observe a comet as it approaches the Sun, allowing the already successful mission to detail the evolving characteristics of 67P, as the heat from our star causes a dramatic rise in activity. Since arriving at 67P on August 6, Rosetta's orbit around the comet has been dictated by the necessity of positioning fully for an ideal descent trajectory. With this arduous phase completed, the spacecraft's orbit will be decided on the basis of the optimum range of the scientific equipment being employed at the time. With lander delivery complete, Rosetta will resume routine science observations and we will transition to the comet escort phase, states Flight Director Andrea Accomazzo. This science-gathering phase will take us into next year as we go with the comet towards the Sun, passing perihelion, or closest approach, on August 13, at 186 million kilometers from our star. Comet activity is expected to rise exponentially as 67P approaches the Sun, and so mission operators will have to prioritize the instruments that require a lower orbit to achieve maximum scientific output first. As heat from the Sun thaws gases trapped inside the comet, the situation becomes more hazardous, forcing the spacecraft into a safer, more distant orbit. These gases and the dust particles they carry with them form what is known as the comet's coma, a cloud of gas and dust that surrounds a comet, with a tail that often trails millions of kilometers into space. Whilst the coma is one of the primary characteristics of the comet on which the mission hopes to gain an insight, the outflow of material created by the phenomenon also poses a risk to the spacecraft. At its worst, the destabilizing effects of the coma have the capacity to throw Rosetta's orbit off, potentially compromising the continued success of the mission.